Abusive Gamer here, coming at you from ROS Reapers of Soul, baby. Yeah. Doing a little bit of experimentation type. Gonna do a little 20, easy little 20 riff. Yeah, doing a little bit of experimentation with the gems in this game. You know, everybody runs with the Stone of Visions, which is the one that increases your damage for every 10 yards. Of course, every mage runs with the gem of toxin because that is definitely great. And a lot of people use the bane, which I use the bane. But I'm starting to debate when I'm doing a solo run if I should run with the Stone of Visions or not, because pretty much everything is in depth and in close to you. You do a lot of kiting, you go on the outside perimeters and stuff like that, but a lot of times you can get a lot of damage close range because I'm changing one of my skill points. I've been running with Glass Cannon, Blur, Unstable, Anomaly, and Illusionist, but I'm thinking about doing Aqua City, which is 15% additional damage to enemies within 15 yards instead of the Glass Cannon. Now, of course, this is all for solo. This is not for 4-player, 3-player, 2-player actions. If it's the case, I will be doing Vigilance and stuff like that because that is going to be much better. But for every crit that I do, they're going to bleed for 3 seconds for X factor, depending on what the level is. And, I think that's going to be pretty freaking huge. You do a lot of kiting, you end up in the middle of things. Shit's critting all the time. I think that's going to be overall better for solo rifting than the actual 4-player rift. So I've been doing a little bit of experiment. If anybody knows for sure if they've seen it doing them justice or not, tell Abusive. Let Abusive know. I know everybody's got there's spreadsheets, there's math sheets, all that bullshit that people put out there. Like, if you do exactly this, then you will play the fucking perfect companion in the fucking game. You will be the best player in the fucking world. Guess what? We don't live in a perfect world. We definitely don't live in a perfect video game system. Overall, hey, if you're running a high MS shit like that, you gotta change your play up a little bit. You gotta do a little bit different stuff than other people. You can't do the exact same thing as these guys who've got, fucking T3 sitting in their house, got a server sitting behind them. And they have the most amazing connection, so everything is, dependent exactly where it shows on the screen. That's where it's at. But I'm thinking solo run base, these type of gyms would probably be more beneficial than distance gyms and what have you. The Toxin, which everybody knows that one's just completely amazing. It does a ton of damage. Plus, once it reaches rank 25, it does an additional 10% damage at all times. The only thing that worries me about the actual bleed gem is that I will be getting Frenzy, which will be getting attack speed increase. Well, the only thing is for fire mages, it's not really necessary. Attack speed is not something that we need. Basically, if you notice, I've got Hydra, I've got Blizzard, and that's it. Those are my abilities. They basically cast and you walk around and do what you gotta do. You kite. Well, I do have Black Hole, but Black Hole is basically gather some of them up, get them off your ass, whatever you need to do. Does great damage, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that you're going to sit there spamming like crazy. When you have tons of packs, you're going to be grouping up a certain amount. It's good for a combination. You come in with the Black Hole, throw your Hydra right on top of them, with your Blizzard going at the same time, and then take massive amounts of damage before they actually get out of the Black Hole, which is good as well. But see, like, if you notice, like, most of this video, I know I'm going to be neck to neck with people. I'm going to be, like, right in there. So I'm thinking that the 15% will outweigh everything else. Plus, love Glass Cannon, don't get me wrong, but it makes you way more fragile as a cloth wearer, a little, basically, like it says, Glass Cannon, right? I consider myself a cloth wearer because I think of myself as a mage from World of Warcraft. But it's a little bit experimenting. So, of course, I'm going to be doing easier riffs. I'm going to pop out the next riff that you're going to see from me. The next greater riff is going to be probably 30 plus just to really see how it's going to do. I see all, of course, the top leaderboard guys and shit like this. But I'll tell you one thing that's starting to piss old abusive gamer off. I try to get through a video where I actually don't get fucking mad. But it's Monday night. And good old Blizzard is going to do maintenance tomorrow. And I got to ask you, Blizzard, why do you have to do maintenance on every fucking game the same day? Shut all your games down. To me, it makes no sense. You basically got all your employees working on all games. Why don't you stagger it? Why don't you have a maintenance day on Tuesday? Why don't you have a maintenance day on Wednesday or what have you? That way you can focus more on making sure shit is correct. Let's say you're doing maintenance on World of Warcraft and Heroes of the Storm. Let's just say that. Do those games that day. Hearthstone, D3, another day. The reason I say this is because every time you fucking do a maintenance, which isn't a rolling restart, recently for the last probably 2 fucking months, you've had nothing but fucking problems. Over and over and over again. You got server issues, login issues, yada yada. I know Lizard Squad was screwing with you guys, but that's been gone. So it's ridiculous. And I honestly think it's just because when you guys do maintenance, you're doing all games. You work on, say, this game for an hour, and then this game for an hour, this game for an hour. How about you just do 2 games and focus 6 hours on each one, or 5 hours, or whatever, and make sure your goddamn game is correct. And so we're going to be ranking up this old stone here. It looks like we got... Oh, I just didn't even realize that. But hey, check that out, 90%. Oh, it's out of here. It's out of here. 90%, and I failed. You know, that has happened so much, it's not even funny. I think I failed more at 90. It seems like, at least, that I failed more at 90% than I have at 60%. I remember when I was ranking up my Bane, I was at 60% for a while, and I was getting level after level after level. And I can't even tell you how many times 90% failed. And, of course, we got 2 pieces of shit legendaries. GG, no set pieces. You know, would like to get a new Cinder Cloak. But Blizzard said, no, you've only gotten 1 since the whole game started, and it was off the vendor. Anyways, this is Abusive Gamer. Check out my Twitch. Check out my Twitter. I'm out.